What's up, guys? Scrub King here, bringing you my Salamangreat deck profile. As you guys seen in my channel, been doing a couple duels for you guys, a couple live duels, so you guys check out how the Sala boards are doing. But I'm here to give you that deck profile. So let's get started. So of course, one Salamangreat Gazelle, unfortunately, won. Right? The hit was expected. Hitting circle is what really hurt the deck significantly in terms of consistency. But I think one Gazelle is manageable, depending on what you put in there. So one Gazelle. So we're playing obviously triple Foxy. Foxy is, okay. This graveyard effect is what really makes it even better. So no surprise there. Triple Foxy. We got triple Spinny. Spinny is amazing. Unfortunately, with one Gazelle, you're mainly going to be pitching Spinny and then going ahead and doing the Turbo Mirage Stallion play, basically. So the deck has revolved essentially around this bad boy here. So you get Ogred on that card, it's going to be lights out. And Spinning just amazing, especially summoning itself from the graveyard easily. So far, no surprise there. Definitely 3 Flame Buffalero. So I see a couple of the deck profiles that don't play this at all, and they rather play the Psychic Wheeler or more backup Secretary. I just disagree. I think this card is just so good. One of the duels that I linked this card away, and the 2 cards I drew off it, one of them was a Gazelle, and there was something else. But if I didn't draw those 2 cards off this, my hand would have been completely dead. So I still think this card is extremely valuable. It helps that it is a level 3, 200 defense, which I'll bring up later with a rekindling idea. But 3 Flame Buffalero is 100% recommended. It has been one of the many MVPs of the deck so far. Definitely playing 2 Jack Jaguars. This card is such an amazing card. Like, it recurs back your extra deck cards. It's special summon itself. It's just amazing. Like, I don't understand how people would just play it at 1. I won't play at 3. It gets a little cloggy, but definitely I think 2 is a magic number. Yeah, definitely just play 2. Playing 1 backup Secretary. I know a lot of people are playing it at 2 or 3. I just wanted to check to see how it's doing with at 1. Being at 1, you don't see that much, but when it comes up, it's useful. So I can probably see myself bringing it up to 2 or 3, playing around. I don't feel like playing the Psychic Wheeler. I'm trying to stay tight with the Cyberse archetype. But another backup to Secretary could be coming, so definitely like that one. Lady Debug. Only playing this because I have to. Previously, before Gazelle got cut into 1, I wasn't playing this card at all. I think this card is super risky to play. You get Ogred on this card, your turn is almost over, essentially. So, yeah, I will find any way to get this card out of my deck. So, as new cards come out in the Salamangreat theme, I might move her out. But she's great when she goes off and there's no issues. She's great, but it's just so risky. Playing 1 Falco. I think it's good at 1. Sends to grave. You could get you could set a Salamangreat Speller Trap, which is amazing. But the issue is now that Gazelle is at 1, getting that Speller Trap in grave is not so conveniently easy to do anymore. So Falco at 1 is still good. Dweller's still a thing. Foul at 1. Foul I can see myself putting to 2. Mainly for other future reasons at 200 defense. Dweller is still play, special summon itself. It's like a backup Secretary, but level 4. So I see myself potentially putting it to 2. I have to try it out, but as of now it's 1. Now it's getting to the hand trap, so I play 2 ofs. I'm weird, I only do 2s of anything. So double Phantasme. Phantasme is such an amazing card. Like, if you can play this card, definitely play main deck it. It's such a great card. The issue is right now is that a lot of my duels I've been playing against like road decks, and they don't really link summon as often. At least the ones I was playing against. So it's been kind of cloggy, but it's easy to side this out. But with Trap Tricks, with their new link monster, with Musketeers getting their new link monster, it's just a great card. The best thing about this is that it fixes your hand. Right now, Salamangreat is having issues with consistency, as you've probably seen, and it's just amazing to have this card. So definitely at 2. 2 Veiler, nothing new there. Veiler is amazing, and 2 Ash, just cause. Don't play Ogre. Was thinking about it as a side deck possibility, but no ogre for now. All right, so let's continue with the spells now. So 1, Fusion of Fire. I played a couple builds without this. It's just great because in the mirror match, a lot of people aren't playing it, so you have the advantage already. And Salamangreat still, you know, we haven't seen the meta defined yet, but I still expect Salamangreat to at least be like 30% of the decks out there that you see in locals or tournaments. So still a good card to have in the main deck. 1 Sanctuary, obviously. Hollow. Hey, check that out. You can search it off, no big deal. This is the big hit right here is Salamangreat Circle. So this getting hit to 1 really like, I wouldn't say it killed the deck at all. I mean, the deck is still amazing, but it took the deck like many paces behind Orcust, behind Sky Striker, behind Thunder. It's so much more difficult now to keep up with those decks with Circle at 1. I don't know why Konami did it. They didn't have to do it. Gazelle at 1 would have been fine, and maybe we could have done some things. But Circle at 1 as well, they didn't have to do us like that. But it is what it is, right? And to combat that, I'm playing 2 Will of Salamangreat. This card is a sleeper. Like, I think you should play at least 1, right? At least 1. 2 is just to see it a little bit earlier. Extends your own plays. It's awesome. Amazing. I literally, like, when I played against the Salamangreat deck, when I was playing my Cyber Dragons, I literally lost to them because of this card. Like, we were top decking, and they still had this card on field, and they just kept special summoning their Heat Leo and just attacking over my stuff. So it can be, in the grind game, an amazing card. 3, Call by the Grave. This card, I mean, it works magic, obviously. It stops hand traps, which are still pretty important in the game. You could get away with like playing 2, to be honest with you, or maybe even cutting the whole thing and side decking it, because a lot of people I'm seeing aren't really playing hand traps, to be honest with you. On at least the ones I was going against, but maybe that's just the duels I was going against, right? Still a good card, a safety option there. And it's not just hand traps. You can also, you know, when they're gonna special summon something out of the Orcust skeleton, you go ahead and banish that target that they select. So it's also good against random matchups. Main decking the Twin Twisters, 3 of. As you guys saw in the Trap Tricks duel, this card was godly. Now that Judgment is at 3, this card is even more godly. You could play this. You could play the Cyclone or MST, whatever. I prefer this because, you know, you don't mind discarding some of your Salamangreat monsters because their graveyard effects are more valuable. Like, you play the 2 Jack Jaguars, discard 1, which already continues your play. So 3 Twin is amazing. This is a tech option I'm doing. 2 Foolish Burial Goods. It's actually been pretty great so far in my testing. So the thought there is, you know, Gazelle, it's amazing. We only have it at 1, but it was really good for sending the Rage and the Roar to the grave. And now this card essentially takes place of that. Whenever I drew it, I've set up really nice boards, so I have no issues. Don't play 3 because it could get a little cloggy, so 2 is fine. And I'm very satisfied with it, so I'm going to continue doing this and see how it goes from there. And then the MVP of the deck now, Signet Mining. This card is crazy expensive, I think I heard now. It's like, what was it, like $40 or something like that. But it's really the MVP. I mean, you gotta play it now. Like, you just do. You gotta search for your Gazelle. You gotta search for your other cards. Fix your hands, essentially. And this is also another reason why I do not play the Psychic Wheeler, because this card is just amazing. But you need a Cyber's monster to this card, so don't want that Psychic monster. So that's it for the monsters and spells. So now going on to the traps. Playing the double Rage. Rage is amazing, especially with a format that I will see more back row friendly. With all these judgments and all these super polys out there, Rage is great just to pop off back roads. So big fan of double Rage. 1 Roar. I think Roar is okay at 1. I see some people playing 2 Roars, 1 Rage. It depends on personal preference, honestly. I like the Rage much more than Roar. I mean, 1 negate versus destroying their board. That's how I think about it. But that negate could be crucial, so Roar is still in there. And my favorite card of the deck, I wouldn't say it's MVP, but my favorite card is Infinite Impermanence. Before I got Impermanence, I thought that having Veiler was a better alternative, right? But now that I have Impermanence, I totally see why this card is amazing. Like, it's such a good card. Can't be called by the grave. If you set it, that column negates, you know, other spell and traps, which can come in clutch if you put it on a Pendulum Zone column. It's such an amazing card. Yeah. Alright, so now for the extra deck. So, 2 Mirage Stallion, of course. This is the MVP of the extra deck. The whole deck revolves around turboing this card out and going off. So, yeah. So 2 Stallion, 3 Balinks, of course. Nothing new there. Balinks is I always say, any archetype that has a link 1 is off to a great start. Salamangreat is no shy of that. So, takes any card and puts into a Balinks. 3 Sunlight Wolf. Nothing new there. Sunlight Wolf is still godly. I play the 2 Helios. Same normal ratios. I mean, you could go ahead and shuffle 1 back using the Jack Jaguar, so it's fine. You play 2 of. The rest are just kind of, you know, regular stuff. So 1 Sunlight Wolf. I'm sorry, excuse me. 1 Violet Chimera. Hita is a sleeper. And what I mean by that is it is really good when you don't expect it to be. So randomly your opponent will have that Ash Blossom in their graveyard or 1 fire monster, and you would just special summon it to your side of the field and go ahead and pop off. So Hita's great. Phoenix for them problematic back row. Abyss Dweller is disgusting. Just disgusting. It shuts off a lot of decks like Orcust. Any decks that pops off in the graveyard, it just shuts them off. So nasty. And of course, the Starving Venom for the Super Poly that I side in. And speaking of that side, let's check out what's in there. So right now, Lancia is one of the best sides you could bring in. Shutting down Orcust, the Thunder, of course. Even though Thunders are more, I mean, it does a good job, but they can still play around it. It really just shuts down Orcust, so you need to side this in. It's an auto win, essentially. 3 Evelyn, great card. Great against True Draco, if you guys saw that match. Prankatops, still missing the 3rd holo. So, sorry about that. Prankatops is amazing as well. Great against True Draco and all them other shenanigans. Red Reboot is gonna be an amazing side deck card. I'm not sure if everyone's doing it. I sure am, because back rows are annoying. So, Red Reboot can potentially win you games. And I have the 3 Super Polys here, fresh off. I'm gonna make a new video just talking about other side deck options that you guys can think about and look over. I'm thinking about, you know, Ogre, Denko Seka, not in Salamangreat, but I'm just saying side decks in general. Ogre, of course, Judgment. But I'll come out with another video on that later. But guys, this is my Salamangreat deck. You guys have the duels on my channel. Check them out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.